Hi guys, and welcome to my preview to Arsenal's game against Burnley in match day 2 in the new season, first home game of the season. Usually we have the first home game at the start of the season. But there you go, you can't have it always the same way. So just to recap, we had a good start to the campaign, 1-0 win against Newcastle, which sounds like it was difficult. To be honest, it was rather quite controlled and comfortable, to be honest. It didn't feel like I was going to be panicking about an equaliser quite soon. Newcastle fans were really boycotting the game, so it really wasn't. The atmosphere was a bit dead, which was surprising for Newcastle because they're usually jumping and driving for a first day of the season. So, yeah, it was, important 3 points, and we take that away now to go against Burnley, and we've got to get another 3 points, so we've got 6 points out of 6 before we head into two tough games against Liverpool away and Spurs at home. And Liverpool away, I'd like to hope we can give them a game and possibly get a point, but that's my heart saying. I think my head really thinks is that we are going to probably drop 3 points. Just as long as it's not 5-1 again and complete capitulation, which I don't think is going to happen, to be honest. So, yeah. And then obviously Spurs, well, there's only going to be one win that can possibly happen. That's Arsenal in the story. So, yes, just going a bit about Burnley. They've spent not really much money. They've had a couple of loans for Danny Drinkwater. They've got a new centre forward. And their last game out against Southampton, it was a very slow start to their game, and Burnley playing the usual Sean Dyche way, and then sit back and counter attack, and they did that quite well. And it was really a Southampton mistake which really sort of opened the game up for Burnley, and they managed to come out of that 3-0 winners. But that's, I think, sort of showing what Southampton are at the minute as well, is that Southampton are not the side that look like they're going to be safe. They're going to be struggling to try and stay up again this season. So, Burnley, I think, are a hard team to play. They're very physical. I remember when we played this fixture last year, I was with my cousin watching the game, and obviously they were being really physical. They were probably should have a red card in Barnes, definitely. Picked up a fair few yellows because they know some teams like to get, especially when they come play Arsenal, because we've lacked physicality in the past. They like to be physical because they know they can physically get us off the ball and disrupt our play, which has usually broken us down. And that's what we must not let them do. So, yeah, and I don't think we will. I think we'll have good width and good pace to outplay them. So, yeah, team news. Obviously, Tierney, we all know, he's still out and he won't be back for at least till the end of the month, or after the Spurs game, sorry, which is a shame. Ozil was announced sick. I would feel sick if I had two gangs trying to chase me and trying to rob me and try and kill me. Um, but yeah, but because of them security threats, we already knew he was going to be doubtful for this game, the same as Kolasinac. Um, and there's not else we can do apart from that. So we just have to worry with it. I'm going to go on some other news now, just a bit off subject. I saw the Super Cup highlights, but the reaction of Twitter when Abraham missed that penalty, the racist abuse he got, was unbelievable. It's sick. It's disgusting from his own fans as well. Someone who's been brought up through the youth system of Chelsea, Chelsea supporter through and through, loves Chelsea to death, and to have his own fans verbally racist, abuse him is just absolutely disgusting. And I think all fans now need to join together to find the individuals that are in each of their clubs that are racist and kick them out one way or another. There's apps that can be used to anonymously report them. If you ever hear it, just don't be scared, do it. You're doing the right thing, because these people do not deserve to be even, not in just football, but society itself. Right? They're scum. They're the lowest of society, and they need to fuck off. They need to fuck off. End of story. That's all I'm going to say on that. So yeah, back to Arsenal. Yeah, so I'm going to get into my predicted lineup man now. Going to keep it the way he kept it in the last game, which is a 4-2-3-1. He'd probably be more adventurous and try 3 at the back, but I think he'll probably also. I think he'll probably stick with also, but my actual most of the part of me thinks he'll keep it the same and try and play sort of the younger players that he played in the last game, because they played well during pre-season. They played well against Newcastle. First half, yeah, it was a bit slow, but second half they really came into their own. Willock bossed it in the second half. Definitely bossed it in the second half, and I think they deserve another game. Doesn't mean that I don't think that they will be able to play against Liverpool or Tottenham. I think they're great upcoming players, and I think a game like that would probably be too much for them. I don't want to see them end up on a capitulation and then losing their confidence during that. So for these games, I think they're a great asset to have for Arsenal, but for the big games is where you need your big players. So yeah, so let's get into it. Bernd Leno in goal. No other option is there. I mean, Martinez is the cup goalkeeper or second keeper, or whatever you want to call it. Maitland-Niles right back. He's come back even stronger this year, even better in pre-season, and he's coming on leaps and bounds. Monreal at left back, pretty much the only left back we've got, to be honest, since Tierney's out and Kolasinac is doubtful. Sokratis and Chambers, 2 centre backs. I think we'll keep that the same. They played really well. They had some odd moments in first half when the Newcastle were coming at them, but I think for this game they'd be just as good, and they'll want to keep that going. And another good performance will just help build that sort of structure to the defence even more. And it's good the fact Chambers is now back. I think it was probably a mistake to send him on loan last season. We could have probably used him last season. I would rather him over Mustafi. Let's put it that way. So centre half in front of the back four. Xhaka's doubtful because he's out because he hurt his lower back during the Newcastle game, so he's still being assessed. For that reason, I would put Torreira in with Guendouzi, so that so we've got still the same 2 holding midfield players. Nelson wide left. I think he was absolutely brilliant against Newcastle. I'd like to see him be more wide. I did notice a fair few times it was starting to be a bit narrow, especially like the first half. but when the second half they started exploiting the width, and it just opened Newcastle apart, and then we were creating even more chances. So I think it's key for him to. He probably wants the temptation to go inside because obviously probably try and score or something, but I think the key for him is make sure to every time you get the ball, go wide, because the more you go wide, the more space is created for Aubameyang, for Willock to exploit and take the opportunity. So, and that's something we missed last season desperately. So that's exactly what he needs to do. So yeah, Willock in the hole behind Aubameyang. This game is going to be a lot more physical, and I do fear that they might be too physical towards Willock. But I do feel he's quick on the ball, right? Quick thinking, quick passing. I do think he'll outpace Burnley, and if he's got the width from the two wings as well, creating more space, he'd be able to exploit that. And he seems to develop a really good relationship with Aubameyang already during the pre-season. So I think he deserves his extra chance. Plus, it also gets us to save on the bigger players for the Liverpool game and the Tottenham game. Now, saying that, though, I don't really want to see Mkhitaryan out there. He didn't really offer anything. I didn't really see him much of the game against Newcastle, which says a lot. A lot of fan cams of AFTV were saying that he wasn't good at all, and it's proof why he should have gone to. We should have sold him instead of Iwobi, but unfortunately Everton saw that and they wanted Iwobi. So that's all we can. That's what we got to cope with. You can't sit there and keep moaning about it all the time. This is what we've got, so we're gonna have to work with it. But I do think Mkhitaryan, I don't think he's right. I don't want him on the wing. I don't want him on the pitch for the minute. He needs to go away and training and work hard and improve. And I'd like to see Pepe on the right wing with Nelson and Pepe giving the width. It will help us with crosses in the box, opening up the defence to Guendouzi to go forward, to Willock go forward, Aubameyang to exploit, and plus Pepe, we all know, seems to. I saw him amount of times on his wing being able to get into the box and build that relation and the relationship he's got with Aubameyang and that we saw against Newcastle was pretty clear to see. So that if you keep that going, that's only going to get better, and we're going to get stronger, especially since we've got like probably one of the deadliest front three in Lacazette, Aubameyang, and Pepe. Not to even mention Ozil or Ceballos. Yeah, we've got probably one of the deadliest sort of attacks in world football. So so I'd love to see him out there, get his first start in front of the Arsenal crowd, get him singing his name, get him to feel welcome at home at the Emirates, and show that this move was the right move for him. So yeah, obviously subs on the bench, Martinez, Luis, which keeps Mustafi out of the way, Xhaka can be on the bench in case we really do need him. I don't think his injury is that bad that he can be on the bench just in case. Ceballos, Lacazette, Mkhitaryan, and Martinelli. So yeah, and that's my preview of the Burnley game. Leave a comment below See if you agree with the lineup, see if you don't agree. Let me know your views about the Abraham incident, and what your predictions are for this game. Is it going to be 1-0, 2-0? I think it will be 3-0. 3-0. Alright, and I'm even going for a clean sheet. So, yeah. So, yeah. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys when I see you with the review of Arsenal against Burnley. Take care.